Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. The Xbox Partner Showcase gave us a lot of games to get excited for, and we're going to be talking about some of our favorites. Plus, Fate Keeper gets revealed, and man, is this what Elder Scrolls 6 is going to look like? But first, some introductions are in order. I am your host, Josh, and joining me, he's such a nerd. He wanted to make sure that people knew that it's impossible for Annihilation to have a tide since it doesn't even have a moon. It's Ryan.
Listen.
What does that even mean, Ryan? Like, you were so upset about this whole like bad astrological name thing.
It's more just astronomy as a whole. Like just women in the astrological signs. But the rant you went off on when they were like Tides of Annihilation, and you're like, guys, that's so stupid because Annihilation can't have a tide. It doesn't even have a moon, and you can't have tides without moons and gravity affecting the oceans and stuff like that. And then Ace and I just tuned out, and we were like, wow, Ryan's really just a giant nerd. All right, but we'll get to Tides of Annihilation soon, Ryan, despite the terrible naming of Yeah, I agree. Let's go.
And joining us, he thought he was sly, making sure to slip in the Crowsworn news into the show doc. But the joke's on him because we aren't going to talk about it anyway. It's Ace.
Good luck not talking about it with me here, buddy. I'll just take it right on over. You think I had hosted an episode before?
I gotta say, we were making the show doc this morning. We were all in there, and then I got busy with work, so I left. And then, boom, I come back to the window, and Crowsworn is just typed in. Nothing else, mind you.
That in there
no additional work, no extra links to trailers or any of that stuff, just Crowsworn. And it was like, oh, okay, well, I guess Ace really wants to talk about this game.
I just happened to see it's part of this showcase that you had. So, maybe it's worth talking about.
Well, we might talk about it. Ace.
You forget Josh does the final edit, so he can just pull out anything you try to.
That's true. I do have
finagle your
power,
way in.
So. I'll be honest. I actually think Crowsworn looks pretty darn good. If you take out the fact that there's 800 Metroidvanias that all look the same at this point. But of those 800 Metroidvanias that all look identical to each other, Crowsworn looks really good because the character's like a Plague Doctor Crow guy.
Yeah.
So
pretty much, yeah.
That works. So good, guys.
God, this is why I can't have a Metroidvania episode.
Yeah, no, we're not doing one of those. Well, listen, we got a lot to talk about, everybody. But before we get started, boys, we got a couple new supporters to thank. Woo! We want to give a huge shout out to not one, but two new supporters of the show. The first one being Chris Libby, who signed up for Rare Status. Chris, thank you so much for your support of this podcast. And another one comes in from Joe Jardine, who also signed up for Rare Status. So, Joe, you're the man.
You the man.
Thank you for the support. Chris and Joe, both of you, and everybody else that supports this podcast, for real, thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, humbly, you are the reason that this podcast is still going strong after 5 years. You are what makes it possible. Without the support of the listeners, we would not be here. So everybody that loves listening to this podcast, when a new episode comes out, thank the supporters because they're the ones that are keeping it possible. So
go down in those Spotify comments and thank them personally. That's what I want to say.
And I will say, you too could be one of those amazing people that supports this show. And I know what you're thinking. I know everybody's like, oh, that's going to be such a pain in the butt to sign up. And then I'll forget that. No, look, we put a link in the episode description. All you got to do is tap it. It takes about 2 minutes to put your information in there. And boom, you're a supporter of the show, a hero to the world, the savior of the galaxy, the ultimate being of podcast support, whatever you want to call yourselves, but we appreciate it. And then we'll just smile and nod for whatever title you want to give yourself to. So, yeah. And then Ryan, I do believe you got a new review.
I do.
Oh, listen, while Ryan gets ready for his review, listen, shout out shout out and kudos to the listeners, because we have been trolling a few of you out there saying, hey, you've probably been listening for a while and didn't leave a review. The reviews have been rolling in, man.
Pouring.
Like, I mean, just it is amazing to see. So thank you to every one of you that has taken the time to write a review on Apple Podcast. If you're on Spotify, we did just break a new milestone there. We're 1.9K ratings on Spotify. The push to 2K is on. So if you haven't rated the show or left us a review, please make sure you do that. It really does help. And plus, we love reading these things so much. Ryan's going to read us one right now.
I am going to read one right now. This is another beautiful 5-star review we have from Brooks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was an ace cadence there. For our Patreon listeners, they know what we're talking about. If you want to find out what we're talking about, sign up like Josh mentioned earlier. But the review is as follows. New listener, 5-star review. Been listening to y'all's podcast for a few weeks now. Love the passion, genre variety, and overall positivity of the show. I really don't like shooting games. Just not my forte, but you all are the reason I gave Arc Raiders a chance, and I am loving it. Keep up the good work, fellas.
Oh,
Yeah. So good.
y'all
what a good
dragged
review.
another one into your cult.
Yeah.
Look, I also, new listener to the show, left us a review already. That's how you do it.
That's how you do
Boom.
it.
That's how you do it right
Boom.
there. Yeah. Awesome.
Showing us some
Well,
love.
thank you, Brooks. 5, 4, 3, 2,
1.
Oh,
one.
don't you start
Yeah,
now.
so
All
that
right.
you are the man. Thank you, Brooks. All right, guys. Let's I would say that's enough
Thank you,
stupidity
Brooks.
already, but man, let's be honest. There's probably a lot more in store
Yeah,
for
there's
us.
a
here.
lot more coming up.
All right, Ryan, I want to give you.
What?
I was just going to jump
What?
into the Xbox Partner Showcase.
Let's do it.
This is where the fun is. But you know, Ryan doesn't normally go, I really hate something.
Oh.
And when Ryan goes, I really hate something, we generally go, yeah, Ryan, don't say that. You know, because like, you know, just don't say it. Keep it to yourself, inside voice, you know, kind of thing. But Ryan really wanted to bring up what's going on in Arc Raiders with the Arc Wars. So Ryan, the floor is yours, my friend. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's not meant to be like this big long thing, but I just want to reach out and say to
Did I overset that up for you,
no,
Ryan?
no.
Ryan's all awkward
It was.
now. He's like, what?
I just wanted to mention it. Josh made this thing like I had like some epic speech. You know, I'm like the first dictator, like in a speech and stuff, but that's not the case. But here I am. I am going to just say what I've seen with these streamers and the way this has gone with games. I'm so sick of it. I hope you, the people, are as sick of it as I am. This whole bungalators versus what is it? The FMF. Like, this thing is so stupid. I've seen so many dumb sheeple running around in these certain clothes that they're doing just to feel like they belong in some part of the game, and then just shooting on sight and all. It just, oh. I had this guy the other day. We're playing. I downed him and his buddy. I was playing with our homeboy Sauce. Thank you. He was playing till 3:30 in the morning. It was only 12:30 for me. But we were playing. The dude says, "Oh, I'm with Peanut. We can work this out. Don't kill me." I never shot a dude so fast in the face in my life. I killed him so quick, and I took all his loot. What I'm getting down to is, just play the game. I hate all this streamer nonsense. Don't fall into it. Play it the way you want to play it. Don't feel like you have to do anything that you don't want to do just to follow this trend of whatever. Just play the game. Have fun. Enjoy it. Streamers, I dislike you. I don't appreciate what you do for video games. So they'll move on. They don't care about Arc Raiders. They don't care about Call of Duty. They don't care about Battlefield. They'll play whatever is the hotness at the moment because that's what makes them money. So they're the ones that are ruining certain games, and that's all I have to say.
Dude, you know, it's funny that you bring that up because like the other day I was just surfing around Twitch and I saw this really goofy looking dude playing some game called Rat Shaker. And I was just like, bro, like,
Yes!
are you even loyal? Are you even loyal to like games? You know, like, because it's just, this dude was just some Twitch streamer that was like, oh, look, I'm going to play this game because this is what people want to watch. And it's like, you're not being authentic. That's not like a you kind of game. So I'll tell you what, man, I'm with you, Ryan. These Twitch streamers
Horrible.
just playing games for
Horrible.
people's enjoyment and stuff, man. Like, yeah,
all
get outta
15
here
of
with
those
that.
viewers like should get their money back for sure. Absolutely. Whoever watched Rat Shaker, good lord.
Oh man! And then people were trying to like force Rat Shaker on other people. You know? And I
Yeah,
was like, no, this is not the world we live in anymore. You know? I will say, look, I used to be a huge wrestling fan. I just been out of it for too long. But look, there's certain kinds of drama that I get behind, and I'm like, man, this is all just fake man drama. And yes, it's stupid, but at the same time, like if people are having fun with it, it's like okay. But also, I see people getting annoyed with it because it's like if it's taking over a game that people could care less about, like all these people running around with the bungalators and stuff, and it's like, I don't know, man. I would rather play video games than watch people play video games, but at the same time, I get it's all just entertainment. I think this is going to be over soon.
Of course it will,
right?
because you know what? Another game will come out and they'll move over. Yeah, they'll move on to another game. Whatever game is trending, that's what they'll move to. And that's the issue, is that they're coming in and they're disrupting like the sanctity, if you will, of the game so that they can get their clips and their views, and they're just farming for that. And then they'll move on to something else.
Yeah, I don't have
so
that
you're
issue
saying
with
you don't like the lack of loyalty to a game. Is that it, Ryan?
I don't know if I would say loyalty, but it's just like being genuine. They're not playing it because they really genuinely appreciate the game. They're playing it because that's what's hot. And that's what, you saw all the streamers, Call of Duty, and then all of a sudden Battlefield 6 takes off. They go to Battlefield 6. Then all of a sudden Arc Raiders takes off. Now they're all on Arc Raiders. They're all doing their shtick on Arc Raiders. And then that'll eventually die and they'll go to something else. So it's not the game. It's just whatever makes them money and gets them views. That's the issue that I have.
Can you guys imagine if there was like a gaming podcast that covered all these games like well before they became popular? And like maybe these streamers should like listen to this podcast to find out like what hot games are coming down the pipe.
If only.
Like, can you imagine if there was a podcast that brought up Arc Raiders like 3 or 4 years ago and was like, guys, this game looks like it's going to be incredible. And then like as it got closer, like they were like, man, this game actually is really fun. I didn't expect it to be fun like this. And then that would be, imagine if that was a thing.
If only.
There are no genuine podcasts out there. They're all paid by the developers, man. Like,
well, yes. And Brooks 54321's review where we got him to pick up Arc Raiders. That's Embark Studios. You owe us for that.
Yeah, that's where's our like 5
invoice
cents.
going straight to Arc Raider Studio.
Yeah, you owe us 5 cents.
Give us that money.
All right, boys, let's talk some games real quick. Oh my goodness, man, we get sidetracked so easy. All right. Ryan doesn't want to complain very often. So when he wants to complain about something, it's like, go for it, man.
Weenies. A bunch of weenies. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Which side are you on, Ryan? You on Bungalators?
Bungalator?
I'm on the side against the Ark. That's what we're there for. We're Raiders against the Ark. People killing each
Raiders
other for
of
no
the Lost Ark?
dang reason. What?
Yeah. It's going to be in my head all. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Xbox Partner Showcase.
Games.
Xbox Partner Showcase. Guys, we've been joking that it felt like we were getting state of plays and showcases left and right, and some of them were not very good, and some of them were decent. We got the Xbox Partner Preview. We got a lot of games that were showcased on this one. I'm going to be honest, man. I think a lot of these games look pretty darn good, dude.
Quality-wise, yes.
Yeah, quality-wise, yes. I don't know that I'm super interested in all of them, but let's just, and we're going to have to be a little brief here, but let's talk about some of these. I'm going to start with ReAnimal.
Which we've talked about before.
Yep, Tarsier Studios. We actually did a whole episode where we got to interview them and talk about just kind of the history of them working on Little Nightmares 1 and 2, and then how Little Nightmares 3, the studio got bought out. Tarsier Studios moved over to ReAnimal. They showcased the, I think it was was it the launch, or not launch, but the release date trailer,
the release
I think
date,
is what
like
this
February
one was.
something.
And then I remembered that there's a demo out for ReAnimal, which I picked up yesterday and hopped into. I will say ReAnimal is looking fantastic, in my opinion. This is very, very much the DNA of Little Nightmares 1 and 2, but according to them and what I saw in the demo, they said, look, whereas Little Nightmares was more of like a mood and an atmosphere, ReAnimal is absolutely a little bit more horrific and horror-based. I have to agree. Like if you've played the demo, you get wrecked in some creepy ways. Did either of you get to play the demo at all?
I didn't get to play the demo, but I did watch the release date trailer, which it's February 13th. So it's coming pretty soon, honestly. Not far away at all. The fact that this trailer just starts with like World War I propaganda as it's showing you all these twisted and horrifying places, you're just like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable. I'm in. This is Little Nightmares to a T.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, dude, man. I didn't get a chance to play the demo, but after Josh said he did, I was like, oh, there is a demo. Didn't have a chance to play it, but I will for sure.
I'm getting to it.
Everything about this like looks sweet, man. I love the atmosphere, the vibe of it. It gives off a really good, I'm gonna dive into this game and enjoy my time kind of vibe to it. So yeah, I'm stoked.
Enjoy is not the word I would use for that world.
If anybody was curious how dark they went, like at one point I found a secret room in the demo where it's like a bathroom and some dude is just ripped open and all his intestines are poured out on the ground. And I went up and I could interact with them and it's a mask. I put that dude's intestines on my face, and that was my mask that I was running around with. And I was like,
so Outlast levels of gore.
Yeah,
and
like I was like,
intenseness.
okay, like they're not shying away from this at all. And then so I was just this little weird kid running around with a ball of intestines on my head, and I was like,
oh,
okay,
the good
I don't
old
know how I feel
days,
about
World War One.
this. Yeah, like let's go.
Golly.
So anyway,
Oh.
ReAnimal, I know we're all excited for that one. February is not far away. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. I will say I'm very excited for ReAnimal. I have zero interest in Little Nightmares 3, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I have
me
not
too,
heard
man.
good things. So, when this was your baby and you said, hey, this is our baby, and you stick with it, tend to make better things than people that buy your baby and then try to just sell it.
ReAnimal's co-op, right? Just like
it
Little
can be
Nightmares
co-op,
3.
yeah. You don't have to play, but it was made with the intent to be played co-op as well.
And is that online? Can you play online co-op?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, heck yeah.
I would like to say,
Yeah.
if we can, I would love to stream that. We can stream online
we
co-op.
will.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll play co-op
Okay.
too. I think
Yeah.
that would be
It looks, I
fantastic,
think that's
so.
like a
I
perfect
guess I'll just watch.
online. I didn't say who I'd stream it with.
Yeah, we all know who you're picking.
Oh, wait, it's not a Metroidvania.
We'll see.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, listen, we've got a lot to cover. We got to take a quick break to hear from our sponsor, and then we'll come back and cover a lot of these games because there's some pretty exciting ones out there. We'll be right back. All right, if you're like me and you love Rocket League, then this message is for you. Let me introduce you to Trophy AI. Trophy AI is a tool that gives you real-time feedback while you play Rocket League that will adapt to your play styles. It is not just generic tips. It's got a huge library of mechanic lessons and training packs with live demos from pro players so that you can watch and learn instantly. It's got mini games to help you train and master those difficult mechanics in a fun and engaging way. Plus, it's got in-game overlays that call out mistakes instantly so that you can correct them while you play. It also has personalized match analysis, so you get to see exactly what you did right and wrong after every match. Stop wasting time guessing or grinding. Learn smarter. Get that confidence boost you need to move up to the next rank. You'll understand why you missed that crucial save or why you lost that kickoff, and it will teach you how to fix it. And right now, you can get a free 7-day trial. That's right, a free trial to test out Trophy AI. There is zero downside to this, and you will see progress in just 1 week. Head on over to trophy.ai and enter code VGP at checkout to get that free trial started. Again, that is trophy, TROPHI.ai to up your game. All right, we're back. All right, guys, we got to tackle these. Armistice. This is that kind of over-the-top combat. I hate the term Dark Souls, so I'm not going to use Dark Souls. This is almost Remnant.
I was going to say, this is like Remnant Returnal. That's what I got.
Exactly.
From this.
Yes. I was going to bring up Returnal, so I'm so glad you said that too, because I was like,
but like with a Dante's Inferno.
Dude,
like
it's so
scheme.
funny. Everybody always has like combo games because my thought was like a Destiny God of War. but like
I
the
could
darker
see that
version.
too.
I can see that too.
I can see that as well.
You always have like things you pull from. So you see like the gunplay and the action, and then like the combat and the physical melee combat and stuff like that with the special attacks. And no, that's a good one too. The Remnant. I didn't even think of that.
Returnal, I absolutely got the pacing and that third person kind of chaotic, hectic shooter of Returnal, but with some Remnant because they showed fighting some like really big creatures, like some boss battles and stuff like that too. I think this looks great, dude.
It looks great. It's got a little bit of Devil May Cry influence too, with like the really flashy up close melee attacks.
Yeah,
which you don't
and the
quite
mixing
get in
the
Returnal.
ranged with melee at the same time, and the big chained combos and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, this is everything I enjoy in this type of game. It looks really good. I mean, you know, we joke around about their, you know, Ace, we were picking on you for your Metroidvanias and all looking the same. Like I feel like I've seen this before, but it's like, but it looks really good. It looks like it plays well. The chaos of the weapons, like at one point they showed this beam that like split into 3 beams, and then they all kind of collapsed together and then exploded and wrecked everything. And I was like, ooh, like that looks pretty cool too. I am very interested in this one. I think I need to try a demo or see a little bit more, because otherwise it's like, is this just going to be Stellar Blade? Is this going to be every other kind of shooter melee combo, like you said, Devil May Cry type game?
And it's a roguelike.
They're all a lot of fun.
So
is it a roguelike too?
It is. It is a third-person roguelite shooter set in a demon-infested ruins of Paris.
So more Returnal than anything else.
Yeah.
Very Returnal. Yeah.
Okay. See, I liked Returnal, but I got tired of Returnal quick, man.
I didn't play Returnal.
The thing is that's weird is like just because of what we talked about with like what they look like, where are they going to go with these games? Because there's only so much that they can keep doing to where it's not a repetitive video game and in gameplay and all that stuff. So it's interesting to see like people try to come up with kind of a new take on the same thing that they keep trying to do. So I'm interested to see.
You got to find ways to diversify and make yourself stand out, be it with great character writing or a mechanic that no one else has found a way to master just right.
Yeah.
Like,
or builds. Abyssus. One of the main things that I loved about Abyssus was the builds that you could get.
Build,
like it wasn't the narrative, it wasn't necessarily the gunplay. It was the fact that the builds were so varied and fun. It kept me going. It's like, I want to try this build now.
I love breaking that game.
Yeah, but see, that's the angle, right? That they took and it worked for them. And so again, Returnal. Part of my issue with Returnal is that yes, while you could get some different guns and level them up, there weren't really any like crazy builds. It was just the combat felt very same, like run to run to me, and I got bored quickly with that. I'm not slandering Returnal. I think it's an amazing video game. I'm just saying, in that roguelike aspect, I think you have to have that draw that will keep people going. So I think Armistice looks great. It has my curiosity. We'll see what happens with that one. We got to move a little bit quicker, so we're going to skip over Crowsworn. And then I'm just kidding, Ace. I'm just kidding. I will say this. Long ago, and I don't know if we're supposed to admit this, but you got access to a boss fight in Crowsworn, and you may have shown that to Ryan and I.
I was allowed to share that.
You were okay, good. Okay.
All right.
Whew. Okay, so now that we know Ace can share that, Ace, you got to play Crowsworn. We watched you do a boss fight. This game looks really good to me. I mean, like really good. Honestly, I pick on the Metroidvania genre, but darn, this one doesn't look good. So what makes it stand out, Ace, amongst all other 800 Metroidvanias?
It's mostly the gunplay. The fact that it's kind of like Bloodborne, where you can mix in the guns to sort of parry and, stance break your enemies, things like that. And I was going to say, the thing I showed you was initially they gave me access to this boss test where all you could do is fight one of the first bosses.
That boss was tough too.
Oh, it's a hard game. This is a Souls-like Metroidvania in the truest sense. But what I have access now to that I cannot show you any of is a full beta version, like basically.
What, you can't wait. We don't get any you can't tell us nothing?
Right? Ace can't show us anything, guys.
But
sorry, my eye was glitching out there.
Something's in my eye. But Crowsworn is like just a beautiful hand-drawn gothic Metroidvania, and I fit the vibes so well, man. The freaking Bloodborne vibes just hit so well.
It does have the Bloodborne. Yeah.
For me, the gunplay and that franticness is what sets it apart for me. I joke that it looks the same, but this one actually, the pacing on this one's much more up my alley. It's higher speed. You do have the ranged abilities.
Yep.
Couple that with good platforming and Metroidvania stuff, and Prosworn is shaping up to be really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Watching you play it and seeing how well it plays definitely has me interested as well. So people need to check this one out. It does look like it actually stands out in the genre, so make sure you're checking that one out.
Yeah.
Zoopunk. You guys remember Biomutant? You guys remember a game called Biomutant?
That's exactly where my brain went with this.
Yeah.
I was so excited for Biomutant, and then it came out, and every person in the world went, bro, this is like a 6 out of 10 game. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing good with it either. And I feel like Zoopunk's giving me the same vibes, man.
I fell asleep playing Biomutant.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's kind of what I heard from people is.
My issue with Zoopunk just right now, it clearly is like kind of displaying itself as one of those third-person RPG hack and slashes, but it looks so slow. Like you're not getting any of the
honestly,
speed,
the pacing
man.
looks a little weird to me too. I'm with you on that, man.
And it looks like there's not you know how when you want to, I mean, you're playing the big part of these types of games is you want to envision yourself as this character. You want to be them. You're doing these attacks.
Yeah.
When you're slashing, you're hitting. I don't feel like there was like an oomph, like there was damage, like I'm hitting.
Yeah,
these guys. It just felt like I'm just slashing through air. And so you didn't get that. Yeah, you didn't get that feel to it audibly or visually. So like, yeah, you just didn't get that oomph that a lot of those games need if they're going to be those hack and slash, like big attack type games. So yeah, this one for me, I mean, I thought it's animals. So I mean, if the main character was a rat instead of a bunny, maybe Ace would have liked it. I don't know.
Really where they went wrong. Really where they went wrong.
That's
on this.
where they went wrong.
So.
They could have had me hook, line, and
Obviously, the rat superior creature, but yeah, this one I just didn't feel it.
I
think it
saw
looked
top
impressive.
Comment.
Yeah.
Top comment on this trailer was "Furry may cry." So.
Furry may cry.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, that's good. Pretty good.
Furry may cry.
I mean, I think it visually it looks impressive. It just there wasn't anything where I went, man, I feel like I need to play this game.
Agreed.
All right. We're gonna talk about the one that stole the show. Tides of Annihilation.
Yes.
This
oh
one.
My gosh.
I'm with the rest of the world. This game looks fantastic, dude.
It does.
Also, Arthurian legend based, if I got that right.
Yep.
Right? Like,
based in Arthurian legend.
I mean, it's weird because like when you're watching these trailers, like, you see Armistice and there's combat and it's like this sci-fi kind of, look. And then you have Tides of Annihilation, which is kind of the same thing. But my goodness, Tides of Annihilation looks fantastic, dude. Like,
dude.
They showed off a longer gameplay trailer. Like, this was not just here's a hype trailer. This one, like, dude, I am excited for this game.
I told you I'll probably have to buy a new graphics card for this game because of how good this game looks. And just like looking at this, I can see the inspirations of Final Fantasy and Elden Ring all converging into one place. And then you throw in the like speedy combat of Devil May Cry, which I know we keep comparing things to Devil May Cry, but there was a lot of things like that in here. I'm sold on this game, dude. This game looks incredible.
It's like that. That's what I thought of. It's like Final Fantasy. What is it? 16 was the kind of action
that was
RPG
the newest one.
Yeah, it's like 16, but like good. At least it looks good. This you'll definitely need an updated graphics card for like that reflection in the water where they're battling through the reflections and like all. Oh man, just all of it looked kind of out of this world. Crisp, clean combat, with crazy outlandish attacks and all these crazy things. Yeah, to me it looks really good, man. I'm kind of excited.
Yeah.
These aren't normally my type of games, but like this looks really good.
It does, dude. It looks so freaking good.
Yeah. If you don't take anything away from this episode, Tides of Annihilation is going to make waves. You need to watch the trailer for that one. And Ryan puts links in the episode descriptions now for these games too. So, we try to make it easy for you. So, and by we, I mean Ryan. So, all right, guys, listen, we're running out of time and we've got to talk about another game that I might be even more excited for. But real quick, A couple other ones. Total Chaos. This is an atmospheric, not survival horror, but just atmospheric horror game. It's a surprise release, so it's out right now. I watched the trailer a couple times on this one, and I think this game actually looks pretty good, man. Initial reviews seem to be positive. What did you guys think on this one, man? I feel like this genre is, there's a lot of games out there, but this one looked good to me.
It felt like if Resident Evil was a boomer shooter, like with a horde, like a horde mode, kind of. Yeah, that's what it felt like to me. Or like
not quite Doom-ish, more Resident Evil and like the pacing and stuff. But I mean, beautiful graphics, very creepy creatures, very atmospheric.
Might be a bit of Dying Light, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I could see that too. And the fact that they just like surprise dropped this thing,
shocker,
man.
That never happens. Oh, yeah. That's a shocker.
It does not. No.
I like instead of the open access or early access for 3 years.
Yeah, no early access.
Yeah,
straight to
But
Game
Total
Pass.
Chaos. I don't love the name of this game. I'll be honest with you because it tells you nothing. But if you watch the trailer, this actually looks like a pretty good game here. I don't know that it's going to have any major surprises or innovation to it, but if you're in the mood for that kind of game, it's available now and it looks pretty good. So, and then the Mound, Omen of Cthulhu. This one looked kind of neat to me too. I need to see more of this one. Multiplayer Cthulhu type horror, out in the wilds, crazy weird things happening, spooky.
Insanity.
It looks, insanity kind of stuff. There was some neat moments in the trailer. This is one where I kind of went, I think I want to see a little bit more, maybe a demo or an in-depth gameplay kind of thing to give me some more details. All right, guys. Fate Keeper. So this game called Fate Keeper that nobody had ever heard of before gets revealed. And oh my goodness, dude. Number one, this is my kind of game. Number two, this game is beautiful. Number three, this is my kind of game. Number four, this is like what Elder Scrolls 6 I envision looking like. I joked about it in the intro, but like that's legitimately where my brain goes. This is what Elder Scrolls 6 should look like, and this game looks incredible. What did you guys think about Fate Keeper?
Already a 10 out of 10, man. It's got a rat.
I mean, it looks like
it, doesn't it? Big old rat.
Yeah, I was going to eat So the trailer starts off with you talking to this like 3-foot rat that is sitting on your forearm. And it's a rat. It's snarky. It's animated. And Ryan posted a screenshot and said, Ace approved 10 out of 10 instantly. And I could not help but laugh. And I was like, Ace is in on this one.
The Ace seal of approval, baby. We got a talking rat and it's British. I'll take it.
Oh, gosh.
I also let out an absolutely guttural laugh when he gets to the first enemy in this game and he just swings the sword and they go limp.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard.
I will say too, like this thing does, like you got a good point, Josh, about the Elder Scrolls 6. Like there is like some weird kind of cool depth and ambiance to this game so far, to where it makes you feel the same way that like Skyrim or Oblivion made you feel. It looks like that's the same way this will be. So it's exciting to see. I mean, I hope it plays out that way, but man, that's it's a good looking game so far. I'm stoked to see what it's going to be.
It reminds me of Avowed. So it very, very similar in the graphical style. Like
but
this
good?
Is Unreal Engine 5.
Hopefully, but good.
So Unreal Engine 5, Avowed. What are you guys laughing at?
I said but good.
He said
but good. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, but good because
basically Avowed sucked. That's what I'm saying. Avowed sucked.
Avowed didn't suck.
Avowed sucked. Avowed was garbage, dude. Absolute garbage. That game was trash.
I want to say that, Ryan.
I wish the podcast money could come back to me, but I'm glad I didn't have to spend my own. So,
don't
even act like you would not. If you spent your own money, you would have been like, that sucks. Yeah, exactly.
Right, fine,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Avowed sucked.
But look, Fate Keeper, you got to watch this trailer. Here's the only thing, and I'll say this about Fate Keeper. Do you guys remember Alcahest, right? We got that trailer for the game.
Oh,
Alcahest
yeah.
that looked very
Yeah,
similar.
yeah, yeah,
You're getting all these fancy looking trailers with people pouring poison on the blade of their sword, and then it looks that way and all this stuff. And
that's the one I was trying to think of. Yes.
Yes, I know. That's why I brought it up, because these are all starting to look very similar. But here's the issue. We actually got an 8-minute gameplay trailer of pure gameplay with Fate Keeper.
Yeah.
And they showed the physics, and they showed the combat, and they showed the inventory screens. And yes, you can get different weapons, like, that kind of thing. And Alcahest, while the trailer was incredibly impressive, it was a 3-minute curated trailer that was more trailer than gameplay, even though it tried to make it look like gameplay. Fate Keeper is showing me enough for me to go, this is what the game is going to be.
Yeah.
And that gets me really excited, dude. Like, really, this seems like the next level of this type of game. It seems very modern. I mean, the 8 minutes I saw sold me instantly. You give me a 25-hour RPG with fantastical realms and biomes and combat and classes and all that stuff. And oh my goodness, dude, like, this one's going to shoot way up my hype meter very quickly.
Yeah, I'm excited to see more for this one, and hopefully they add subtitles, because I couldn't understand a word.
I couldn't understand. The dude's just grunting and he's saying stuff. I'm like, what did he say? What did he say?
Audio mixing needs a little work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So, look, 2 takeaways today. Check out Tides of Annihilation. Check out Fate Keeper. ReAnimal is looking great. Rosworn is looking great. Total Chaos is out right now if you're in the mood for a horror atmospheric game. And then, again, as a reminder, Ryan's very glad that the Bungalators and the FMF are not at war anymore. And
I'm going to kill them all. I'm going to kill them all. Everyone dies. Everyone.
Yeah. So these are sweats, Ryan. These are people that watch professional Twitch streamers. You think they're going to wreck you, man.
Bunch of lamos. Yeah, right. Bring it on.
Yeah.
The last one said, I'm with Peanut, as he begged for his life. And then I killed him.
We ain't seeing that 200K positive on Spotify.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Real quick for our Xbox brothers and sisters out there, Dave the Diver is now available on Xbox. You need to play Dave the Diver. It is an absolutely fantastic video game. Universally beloved. It's sitting at like a 97% on Steam. It's so good.
So good.
I have seen people that said, well, it's not really my type of game. Trust me, this goes well beyond a type of game. You need to play Dave the Diver, and Xbox people, you should play Dave the Diver. Thank us later on that one. So, all right, listen, that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us, chatting video games. Remember to follow the podcast. If you're a new listener, hit that follow button, that plus button. You get our episodes the day that they release that way, and they'll notify you when a new episode is out. We already talked about rating the show and leaving a review, so this is a reminder there as well. And once again, if you want to go the extra mile, if you have been enjoying this podcast and you want to be like Joe and Chris at the top of the episode who signed up to support this show, you can do that. There is a link in the episode description. It only takes a few minutes, and it really does go a long way to helping us keep doing this podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. That's it for this one. Until next time, happy gaming.
Raiders, mount up. See ya.
Black night, a clear white moon. G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the E so I could get some phone chilling in my ride. But no, wrong. Just hit the east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G.